What's up YouTube, your old school expert, and today I'm opening 11 first edition packs of Legacy of Darkness. These packs came from blisters, so they are retail and they are not scaled because they're almost impossible to scale. The weights are like everywhere, which is pretty cool actually. I'm kind of glad they are because that means if you're buying Legacy of Darkness on the secondary market, like loose packs, there's a very good chance they haven't been scaled. Once again, they're blisters, so if there's a secret rare in here, it would be Injection Fairy Lily and not Yatagarasu. So let's go ahead and get these open and see what we can pull. Probably the only card I really want, like honestly really want, is Exiled Force. So let's see if we can pull one. There's got to be at least one super in here. I would hope like 3 supers and maybe an ultra. So, but they're blisters, so like the ratios could be just anywhere. They could be really good or really bad. So we start with an Opticlops. Disappear, that's a short print. Sorry, I like to call out short prints. I don't know all the short prints from this set. I don't know all the short prints from any set except like Legend of Blue Eyes and Metal Raiders. But I have a thing for short prints. I don't know why. I just think they're really cool. They're kind of like secretly rare because they look like commons, you know, you can't really tell. And we got super rare drop off. All right, so not an Exiled Force, but it's a super. Guess we'll put rares there and foils there. So that drop off's pretty off centered, which is very indicative of Legacy of Darkness. This set is always, almost always off centered, which makes it really hard to grade with PSA. Bad Reaction to Samochi. That's actually a really good short print. Has some, oh, a Surpriest, nice, that's a good GOAT card, cool. There's another super. So yeah, Bad Reaction to Samochi has seen some meta play in the years past with like Nurse Burn and stuff. It's a decent card, especially with a gift card. It's those two cards together is pretty easy to burn your opponent for 3,000 damage directly. Oh man, this one was hard to open. All right. We got Misfortune Telling. Oh, another super. Reinforcement of the Army. Sweet. This one's actually got decent centering. So let's... oh, and a Fiend Comedian. That's a short print. The Secret of the Bandit. That might be short print too. I don't recognize that card. So where's my sleeves? There's my sleeves. These are the PSA sleeves. And I'll put everything in one just for good measure. But... so far, that's been the only card that has nice centering. So wow, is that 3? Yeah, it's 3 supers in a row. Dang. Sometimes I love blisters. Sometimes I can't stand them because you never know what you're gonna get. Like it's so random. Okay, we got a Bottomless Trap Hole. Very nice rare. Another Fiend Comedian and another. Wow, this is like the same commons from the last one. Or some very similar commons anyways. So Legacy of Darkness was an incredible set. I mean, there's not much, wow, jeez. A lot of these have bowed out a lot, which is fine. I mean, they can be bent back. You just have to be careful not to damage them. So, oh yes, it's an Exiled Force, woo, cool. Oh man, like that's, you guys don't have any idea how nostalgic this card is to me. This just like it was such a staple back then, even though it's way off centered and it couldn't go to PSA unless I wanted to get a 9 or maybe an 8.5 because the centering is so bad. But anyways, this card is just insanely nostalgic. It was so good back in the day. They had to restrict it to 1, and it just was a staple. Pretty much every deck except Burn used it. So it was just so useful. You know, Dark Hole and Raigeki were both at 1. There wasn't a whole lot of other board wiping stuff. And this guy was great because you could just summon him, especially if you had like a Jinzo or something on the field. You could summon Exiled Force and just eliminate whatever face-down monster they set. Oftentimes it was a Cyberjar or a Fiberjar or a Magician of Faith, something decent. So Exiled Force was a key card in almost every deck. So we're doing really well. We're getting a ton of supers, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind. The Warrior Returning Alive. Another Fiend Comedian. Maybe Fiend Comedian's not a short print because we've got it in almost every pack. But it's actually a good card. If you read the effect, it is definitely decent. It wasn't good back then, but now it could be used in a few different things. We got Thunder Neon Neon. This card wasn't really used when it came out because Gemini Elf was already out. And this has kind of like a debilitating effect. But, oh wow, this one's like, I don't know if it's just shifted because the N is going into the light symbol. But this was used in Chaos because there weren't very many useful light monsters. And she provided some beatdown support for Chaos decks. So we got a Royal Oppression, very nice card. I believe that's banned still. Soul Demolition. So we got 2 more packs, guys. Can we get an ultra rare out of here? Perhaps not. Which is fine. I mean, we got all these supers. Like I'm pretty stoked about that. A Ray of Revealing Light. So it was like all the hollows came out all at the same time. Which again, I mean, it happens in blister packs. They're randomly thrown together. So the odds are just all over the place. Nothing is guaranteed. So last pack. Let's see if we can get some last pack magic. Maybe some heart of the cards here. And and we get a last turn. All right, we got an ultra rare. Not the best, and it's way off centered, which is pretty standard for the set. I hope they fired the guy that was like drunk at work when he was trying to cut these sheets of cards. But there we go, last turn. This is a banned card for good reason. It's super weird. It creates a lot of very strange situations where it's really easy for the person using it to win. It creates like a really strange winning condition for the person who uses it. So it's really unfair, and I'm kind of glad they banned it. I don't know if they'll ever errata it. I know they want to like errata everything that's on the ban list and bring it back. But this, I don't know what they would do with it because the card is just insane. If you don't know what it does, look it up. It's got a long effect, but it's pretty crazy, and there's so many different combos you can use with it to make sure that you win, that it's just kind of an unfair card. So anyways, let's do a recap. I am so happy that we got Exiled Force. You guys don't even know. That was all I wanted, and I got it. So we got last turn, Exiled Force, Drop Off, a Syrup Priest, and Reinforcement of the Army. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh videos.